I tell you what,
There he is.
yeah, black.
That's a black drum. I don't know. I'm not going to say that yet. But I do see it's a fish, not a skate.
Good pulling fish. We might have finally found a bait for him.
That's a red, a nice red.
There it is.
That's a nice red. Look at there, man. Come here, darling. That's a nice fish, Kurt.
Not very fat though, is it?
No, spring fish don't got a lot of belly. But he's got,
Muddy
that's
like
26, 27 inch fish. Let's get him back in the water.
Yeah, do that.
Come on, darling.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program will take us down to the coast. We're going to the surf zone. 2 days, 2 good days of fishing. Weather changes, but all in all, pretty good.
Pretty good, real good actually. We caught fish both days, and like you say, completely different weather conditions. One day we had just a light northeast wind, kind of a pretty day to be on the surf, and then the next day we had the weather kicked up on us. We had a front coming and the southwest wind blew and churned up the water. But as anybody that fishes for red drum knows, and that's where our target fish is today, they like it when it's dirty. That's they get in that dirty water, and that's when they're feeding. They like to feed in those conditions, so we caught a lot of fish.
Now, talking about catching those fish, we had to rig right. We'll talk about that in gear time.
We'll go back and the guys will share with us how they rigged up. Again, we're using fresh shrimp. Believe it or not, this was early in the spring, and we couldn't find any bait fish, any mullet or anything, so we used real fresh shrimp, and I think that made the difference.
Now, Donna in the kitchen, she's got a recipe for southern fillets today.
Yeah, this is another good recipe from her today. A southern recipe.
All right, we've got that and a whole lot more coming your way today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Kurt, mighty pretty day here. What is it now, second week of April?
Early spring, yeah.
Early. Water's still kind of cold. We just missed a great bite on that crab, but what we're really after is a drum about that long.
Red drum.
Red drum, might be a big one. Saturday there was a couple of nice fish caught, 48 inches and 47. Not really expecting that, but I would love to see it. There's one on. That big pole just took a hit. He ran in with it, Kurt. See what's on there. There he is. He's on it. Get him, buddy. You got him, I think, Kurt.
Yeah, this feels like a little better fish here.
This got a spot on his tail, I believe.
I can feel him shaking his head.
That's good. That's good.
I don't think he's going to stick to the bottom when he gets up there either.
I hope he doesn't. We've had enough of them for today. But like I say, it's not a bad sign, because a lot of times they'll feed together. They'll be feeding on, evidently they eat the same thing. Obviously they do.
Trying to keep an eye on them other rods.
Yeah, I'm watching. I saw him in the surf.
I saw a whirl right there.
That's a real
look
fish.
At it. Yeah. I'll bring him right on up.
Yeah, I'm going to let you slide him right up here to me. That's pretty, man.
That was pretty when he come across in that curl.
That's pretty right there. Look at that. That's a nice fish, too. That's the upper end of the slot fish right there.
Yeah, he's pretty fish.
Yeah.
This fish a little over the slot, probably we're gonna release him.
Yep, 28 inches. I got a little one on here. Yes, sir, he's gone. I had shrimp on it. I switched up.
That's about everything we've had bites on.
You said double shrimp, so I put 2 shrimp on 1 hook and swung it out there.
Can you feel him shaking his head or anything?
He's right good size, whatever it is. I am not gonna say what.
Look like he's coming kind of straight in.
Well, he took a little run down to the southern. There he goes again. I hope it's not a ray. He's right there.
No, I'll say it's a drum.
I believe that's a drum.
Black drum. Something.
Yeah, look at that
nice black drum.
Now that's a nice black drum.
Yeah.
Hot dog, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at there. That's a decent fish there, bud.
Yeah. Got 2 or 3 of them, not the reds we're after, but
Well, no, but that's just as nice as a red to me.
I hear you. It's pretty fish.
That's a nice fish,
3 or 4 pound, ain't it?
at least. At
Double
least.
shrimp.
Double shrimp. Kurt told me to get my double shrimp out.
How you like that de-hooking job?
I like that, as long as you didn't get hooked in the process. Pretty work.
Throw this one in the cooler, won't
I think we'll eat that one. Yeah, that's a
we?
good one.
Here's a piece of shrimp right there.
Okay, let me put it back on here.
You know that piece works.
Yeah, we'll try it again.
Donnie, you know I hadn't done much surf fishing, but I can't help but notice today most of the fish we're catching are on these smaller rods that we're not throwing out too far.
Well, that's, you know, when we came up the beach at low tide, you could see all these little holes, and now that the tide's coming in, you got a lot of water in these little holes. If you walked out there, you probably go to chest deep in that first step. And that's a lot of times where the fish are right in the surf, right close by, you know.
That makes sense because these fish we're catching, a lot of time when he's coming in, he hangs up right on that ledge, don't he? You
Yep.
don't want to come over.
Well, that's a good ledge right there for sure. But since the tides come in is when these fish have really started to bite a little bit.
You have to tell me a little bit about what it looks like, what a good spot looks like. The only reason I liked this spot when we were coming by, it had all these big rocks there and it looked like structure to me, you know.
Well, it is, you know, when we came up the beach, we saw the black rocks or mud, whatever, sitting up
Yeah.
here on the bank. And in the water, you know, we could see several big black spots in the water.
Yep.
And that's what these fish are feeding around. Anything like that is an attractant for the fish, and they get around it. And
But it
that's-
doesn't necessarily have that structure, so a lot of times it's just being washed out water flow, isn't it?
That's all it is. That's all it is. They talk about riptides and things like that. Well, that area where the riptide is generally, that's the place you want to fish.
Gotcha.
Because it's more of like a channel or a slough cut through that bar.
Well, current hadn't been that much of an issue today. It's mighty
No,
pretty.
it's calmed down and gotten beautiful this afternoon. Yes, sir. Come on with
Yeah,
it,
he's
Kurt.
getting a little dry. We've got a real fish here.
Yeah. Well, that last one was a nice fish. If it had been on that small pole, you'd have had a fish.
It's fighting a little more than that other one. Might just be
Yeah.
another nice fish.
Might be another nice one in black drum. Might be a big red drum too.
I see him on top right there. Look at him. Right in that wave.
That's good. Good. Let's see what we can do with him. What do you think he is, Kurt?
Either a red or black. Probably black the way he's fighting.
Either a red or black. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
odds, isn't it?
Well,
I ain't seen a
with,
pink one yet.
with the rays we've had, and you know,
Yeah. It's not a flatfish though.
no.
Good. Let's see what we come up with here. We got
tell you what,
there he is.
Yeah, black.
That's a black drum. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that yet. But I do see it's a fish, not a skate.
Good pulling fish. We might have finally found a bait for him.
That's a red, a nice red.
It is.
That's a nice red. Look at there, man. Come here, darling. That's a nice fish, Kurt.
Not very fat,
That's
though, is it?
No, spring fish don't got a lot of belly. But it's got
Muddy
that's
light from the
26,
sand.
27 inch fish. Let's get him back in the water.
Yeah, do that.
Come on, darling. Right on. Good job, buddy. Good job. I'll take a little high five on that.
Yeah.
I like that. See what you got there, buddy. Yes, sir. That's a drum. I want to see him. Told you we're gonna come down here and slip up on a school.
Look at him. Look at his cutting through that.
In that little stuff. He can go in water. His shoulders is out of the water, and he can still pull and drag. That's a nice fish. That's a real nice fish.
We're gonna swim him right up here.
Swim him on up here.
Yeah, we have got that other line.
Yeah, we got
now.
that other line's what it is. Yeah, man. We just barely had him hooked in the corner. Look at that, straighten that hook out. That's a nice fish, Kurt.
Yeah, that's pretty classy fish there.
Yep.
Look
See,
how
he's
light
long-
they are compared to what we're used to catching
Yep.
in the sound.
Well, he's long and lean. He'll be fat in the fall.
Yeah, I've noticed that. These are kind of
But that
rakish
fish
looking fish.
right there is 26, 27 inches long.
Let's
Well,
turn him loose.
Let's turn him loose and see if we can get untangled from this mess here. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, we caught everything that time.
Oh yeah, I'm caught all up in it. Buck, look at here what Kurt's got.
Man, that's a good start. We never even got back to those sand
That's a
spots.
nice fish, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit it just right today.
Look at that pretty black spot
That's a
on
pretty
it.
fish right there, man. He's a lot nicer than this one.
Yeah.
Get down, Buck. Get down. Bring him on up here and let me lift him for you. Get out of the way, Buck. I'm gonna let this one go.
All right. Look out, Buck.
Buck, you're gonna have to get tied in the truck, son. Kurt, a little difference between yesterday and today, ain't it, buddy?
Yeah, yesterday was good, but I tell you what, we both casted. Never even got back.
Never even got out of the water and had them both on. That's pretty fish, man.
Yeah, it is. Look at these.
It's a little parasite that gets under their scales. They say it doesn't hurt them. A lot of times,
pretty fish. Not real fat, but it's not that time of year, is it?
Now, see, later in the summer, that fish will be bright bronze, red, you know.
Washed out from the ocean a little bit as opposed to being in the sound.
You see how muddy and milky this water is today versus yesterday it was clear. The fish had more color yesterday, more white like you
Yeah,
say.
they did.
Buck, he wants that fish bad, doesn't he?
Look at him going through there.
Oh yeah, he'll chase that fish down if you don't watch it.
I'm ready to bait up again.
Let's get another one. I think we found him today, man.
This could bring me around to surf fishing.
This southwest is honking, but it's turning the fish on.
Amazes me how close they come up to the beach in this rough water like
They
this.
go right between your legs. If you wade out here, most people wade through the fish. You don't have to throw far.
Yeah, light tackle we're using. These rods what, up 7 feet.
That's perfect. Yeah, light action. See, that one's getting you drag now. 10-pound test, it's loving it. That's beautiful.
Yeah, look at him
isn't
right
that
up.
fun on that light tackle though?
Yeah.
That's what it's made for.
Look at
That's
him
a
right
nice
there.
fish. That fish weighs 5 or 6 pounds. Yeah, man. Look at him just making away. And he can swim just as hard in this water as he can out there in 50 feet. That's beautiful. Look at that.
Taking drag
What
with
about a bonefish? What's the difference in this and bonefish?
taking drag like that, this fin sticking right out of the water.
Yes, sir. You ever
Look, he's
come over
going
and
around
fish-
behind
you
us.
ever- Yeah, you're gonna have to bring him back
Yeah.
out. Have you ever caught any big pompano like this?
No, I had.
Because he'll lay sideways in the water and pull you drag. You know, he'll lay down flat sideways like a big brim.
I believe about got him now, Johnny.
Yeah, you're getting close. Bring him on up here, I'll get a hold to him. Nice fish, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have him. I got this other pole here.
We already got a
All
wrap
right.
here.
Yeah, unwrap me. There we go. There you go. You're just about to lose him too.
Hold on a second. I've got a bad twist there.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'll get him. I got
All
him.
right, get under that gill plate, you'll be all right. Well, I'm gonna throw out and catch one.
I don't blame you.
I put the dog away now, I'm gonna catch a fish.
Yeah, he's pretty, Johnny.
That's beautiful fish, man. That's 26, 27 inch fish. I mean, we can go get the tape and see. That might be over. He might actually be over. But the thing to do is to get him back in the water live, let him
That's
go.
right.
We'll catch him again next year. We'll catch him when he gets
Look
to be
at-
40 pounds. Yeah. That blue
They
tan.
they right at home in water this deep, aren't they?
That's his home, buddy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He hit it like a freight train, buddy.
Man, we can't hardly talk about fishing for catching fish.
It might have been on the bottom for 30 seconds. I didn't even get back across the breaker.
These fish love
This
a point,
nice
don't
fish.
they?
A shoal, that cut coming out, you know, you see, when the tide goes down, you'll see that's a nice cut that comes out and it forms a shoal right out in front of us. They're feeding right up on that bar. This is a nice fish.
Not in the deep water, but in the
No,
bar.
they're hitting right, I threw that one right up his side. This is a nice fish. It's like when first one
Yeah, I
you
see his
caught.
tail.
Yeah, I finally got a decent. That's pretty. Look at him, making a wake.
Yeah, I like seeing him coming through the curl of that wave like that.
I like to go out there and see them walk, see about 5 or 6 of them go right between your legs.
Water needs to be a little clearer than this for that, doesn't it?
Well, to see them, but you feel him bump your leg when he goes through. That's a nice fish too.
Yeah, these are all pretty class fish.
Yeah, this is
Especially
long.
for the tackle we're using.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd much rather catch him on an undersized tackle than oversized. More fun. You get him?
I felt like he picked it up and was coming to me with it. Now he's a cleaner fish.
Yeah, it's a nice fish. There you go. I heard the drag. You get him?
It don't feel good.
Uh-oh. That's a nice fish though. That's 26, 28.
And good fish to catch in the surf like we're doing
Top of the
now.
slot might be over.
I think the waves just got
Look
me
at him,
pulled
man.
in.
That fish is no more hurt. He'll scoot right on. He'll sit there and get his breath and gone. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's just world-class drum fishing. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm kind of surprised, as good as it's been, that I hadn't had a bite.
I can't believe you hadn't had a bite. 'Cause mine sure didn't lay there very long.
My chances are better we got you out of the water.
There you go. Hold it, Earl. Let me get hold of that swivel. There we go. There you go. First time I've ever caught a drum that didn't have a spot.
I don't know that I've ever seen one without a spot.
I've seen them with as many as 15 or 17
Yeah, a bunch
spots,
of them.
but I've never seen one.
Oh,
That one has no spot. Isn't that something?
well, you better let him go. He needs to go
Yeah.
grow one.
Well, let him go back.
Look at him
Look
right
at
there.
him, just sit there, look at him.
That's probably
pretty
just the
fish.
way they're feeding out there when they pick up the baits.
Oh, yeah, he's just ambling along there. I don't understand why you hadn't had a bite. He'll come back. I'm gonna put some bait on and go out there and catch him for you.
I don't blame you.
Well, there you go, Joe. Couple of days of fishing, but the weather conditions changed over the couple of days.
Yeah, you could see the difference in the days, and then they were pretty dramatic, because it was, we went from a nice surf to and a light northeast wind to a pretty brisk southwest, churning up the surf zone, and we actually caught more fish on the rough day.
Well, let's talk about how we rig for that. Let's go to gear time.
John, that's a couple good days of fishing we had.
We had a real good day. Yesterday was a beautiful day, and the fish didn't bite so well. And today we got a blowing gale, and they're just beating the beach up.
As the weather deteriorated, the fishing certainly got better.
It really did. I think that turned the drum on, and I think the fresh shrimp helped out a whole lot.
It sure was. It's what we bought almost all the fish on. We
Yep.
started out yesterday using a little bit of heavier tackle.
Yep, these big weights, big hooks, and pieces of crab.
Yeah, we used cut crab.
and they work pretty well, but today we didn't even need the big poles.
Well, yesterday we caught most of the fish on lighter tackle with shrimp, and that's what we started out with today, and bam, bam, never had a chance to even bring out anything bigger.
Right, and the other reason for the big poles is if you throw a heavy weight, heavy bait, and you need to heave it out there. The lighter tackle, I think, with the smaller diameter line, we're using, 10 pound, that braided line that's like 4 pound test.
Yeah, that was a key factor in a lot of the fish we caught.
Your bait tends to stay stationary. It doesn't want to wash with you near as bad. You
That's
put
right.
a heavy line on, and it makes it harder to fish.
Your bait stays better, you can feel the bite a lot better.
That line right there does not have any stretch.
No stretch, you can set the hook better. That's a key thing that helped us catch fish as compared to everybody else we saw, which weren't many people.
That's true. We're early April. There's not a lot of people over here right now. It's a wonderful time to fish if you just have to really pick your weather.
Yeah.
And we've had 2 beautiful days. Really, it's going to blow up worse this afternoon, so we might get into another few fish.
Most of the fish, we're on a 7-foot rod,
That's right.
10 pound, 15 pound test line tops,
And catch 7, 8 pound fish on it. It's a lot of fun.
and just a regular bottom rig that you made yourself, which is 40 pound test.
And that's right. That's right.
It proved to me, as far as surf fishing goes, you don't need big equipment to get way out there. A lot of time you're throwing past the fish.
Well, particularly with his drum this morning, you saw them. They're pulling drag in water that you just waded through less than knee deep.
That is right.
That's where they're feeding.
I hope we get an opportunity to go again this afternoon, maybe catch a few more fish. But I tell you what, up to now, I've really enjoyed it.
It's been a good trip, Kirk.
Thanks, Johnny and Kirk, for that valuable information. Now let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen. She's going to prepare some southern fillets.
Hi, welcome to Simple Cooking. Today we're going to make a great recipe, southern fillets. You'll love it. We're going to talk first about our fish. We're going to use any type of white fish. I've chosen catfish today, but if you do catch a lot and you want to go ahead and fillet those and place them in a zippy bag, you can store them in your freezer for quite a while and then just bring them out as you need them. I would put them like 2 fillets in 1 zippy bag, put them in your freezer, freeze them, and then you can just place them in your refrigerator to thaw overnight. Or if you are going to go camping or go somewhere where you'd like to grill your fish or cook your fish, go ahead and just place that frozen in your cooler and you're ready to go. It'll thaw as you travel. So let's go ahead and get started with our recipe. We're going to use some yellow cornmeal, which is going to give this recipe some great crunch to it. We're also going to use some grated Parmesan cheese. If you don't have Parmesan, if you want to use Romano or any kind of hard cheese, works great with this recipe. And then for a little bit of spice, instead of using a bunch of different spices, we're going to use some House Autry spicy hot breader in here, which will give it some great flavor, as well as you don't have to think about what spices you want to use. And if you don't like it really spicy, you can change up this recipe and put in lemon pepper breader if you'd like, or you can use the mild breader. So we're just going to shake that to mix it. Then we're going to take our fillets that are nice and moist and place them in our bag. Close our bag, and we're just going to shake to coat these. And you want to coat them really well. We're just going to coat those, and then we're going to place those onto our baking sheet that is lined with a non-stick foil, or you can use regular foil and spray it. I just like to use the foil because it's for easy cleanup. And then we're going to take some olive oil and we're just going to spritz that on top. And we're going to bake this at 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on the thickness of your fish. Bring it out and you're ready to go. And the great thing about this recipe is you can change it up with the different types of breaders, the flavorings. You can also use it as a salad, you can chop it up and use it as an appetizer, or you can use it just as the fillets or put it on a sandwich too. So it's very versatile. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. You can tell it's nice and golden brown. You're going to get the crunchiness of that from the fish baking. We're going to serve it with some fun different kinds of corn that I found and a great salad. So I hope you enjoyed the southern fillets, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks, Donna. That's another good recipe for you to keep up with there. Now, let's go back down to the coast. Joe, we didn't have the bait we wanted. We had to go to fresh shrimp, but it worked. It
did work. This was early enough in the season where Johnny couldn't find any mullet, which is a favored cut bait for the surf, and but he had some fresh shrimp that he had put up, and I think it made a difference, especially on that second day when we had the churning conditions of the wind and the surf, and it was just dirty conditions, and they go by smell. I mean, they're generally bottom feeders, especially in the surf zone, and it made the difference. We caught a lot of fish.
Had a big day doing it too.
We sure did.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.